everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is January 4th, and it's time to start easing back into working and creating our goals for 2022. So, after I took a few weeks and I've finally finished planning my goals out for 2022 and wanted to share with you guys a few tips that I learned along the way, and I wanted to share them with you. So, this year for my goals, I am using again the Cultivate What Matters PowerSheets. I heard and found out about them last year and actually almost didn't buy them this year. I think part of the reason for that was because I didn't utilize it the best that I could have, and I kind of wasn't really into creating my goals. Even though I did accomplish a few small goals for 2021, I wanted to really dive into my goals this year. So, once they had the color that I wanted, because that was going to be the only way that I was going to purchase them this year, I decided to go ahead and give them another try. So, today I just want to talk to you a little bit about, give you 3 tips that I have used so far that have been helping me with my goals. So goal number 1, get yourself a notebook. Yes, a notebook. So I here purchased the Go Getter Girl Visionary Journal. Now what this does for me is, and what this allows me to do is, it allows me to brain dump, to organize my ideas and my goals and my thoughts, and I'm able to break them down to as far as I can to make them actionable for me. So this is something that I will use every single month as I work on my goals. And it helps and plus it gives me the space that I need, because in the PowerSheets planner, it doesn't give me a lot of space that I need to write everything out, and I'm definitely a writer. So tip number 1 is definitely to get yourself a notebook first. Tip number 2, you want to make it your own. And what I mean by that is, this is a great foundation and a great guide, but if it does not meet your needs, change it so that it does meet your needs. And here's what I mean by that. So if you see here, I went in and I changed a few of the categories to meet my needs. For my goal planner, I am using it for just my business goals. So some of the categories that we have here that are given to us, they don't work for me. So I went ahead and changed them to 5 areas that I will be working on. 4 of the areas I actually got from a webinar that I attended last month, to helping with creating and developing your business goals. So I took that format in those categories that were provided to us, and now I'm going to break it down to reflect what I actually need. So tip number 2, you want to make it your own. It is just a guide and something that you can change as you need to fit your needs. Tip number 3, don't rush. I know we all get our planners, whether it's a personal planner or a goal planner, and we want to automatically think that when January 1st arrives, we're going to be set and ready to go to do and work on our goals. What if I told you that's not always the case, and that's okay? For me, I thought the same thing. You know what? I'm going to rush January 1st, and Monday, January 3rd comes around. I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to take off and do my goals. Well, that's farthest from the case. I literally just finished filling everything out maybe last week, and going from taking it to my big picture vision all the way to actually creating my actual goals for the year, which are right here. I have decided to take this time, the month of January, 1, to really get in tune and in touch with my goals. I also want to begin to develop them and try to map them out for at least the first quarter. So I'm going to be working on them on a quarterly basis. And I'm just going to take this time to kind of get that together for the quarter. Of course, making changes as I see and need fit. Also, being able to just reflect and not make any room for error. Now, we're always going to there are always going to be errors. Some we can account for, some we cannot. But what I've learned is when you rush something, you tend to missteps or make mistakes in the process. So in order to avoid that, I'm just not going to rush. And most importantly, rushing can become overwhelming and cause anxiety. And I really don't have time for that in my life. And it's a time where I want to just relax, really get in tune with what it is that I want to do for 2022 business-wise, and kind of just not go with the flow, but begin to have an urgency, but that will start in February, I believe. So number 3 is don't rush. And I'm going to add a fourth one. Have fun with it. These are our goals. We can change them as we see fit. It should be a time where when you create your goals, that you make it like a day. You could get your favorite playlist or your favorite movies. It doesn't have to be this serious, uptight, focused thing. You want to make sure that you have fun with your goals, creating your goals, and make it a habit that you do every single year, that you set days aside. Not just one day, but you maybe want to set a day aside to pre-work your goals, and then maybe another day where you actually finalize your goals, like you finalize your yearly goals, such as that I have here. And then from there, then you take another day and you begin to break down each goal individually instead of trying to cram it into either a day or 2 days or over a weekend. Spread it out, make it fun, make it interesting, make it something that you look forward to every single year and every single month, as we are going to touch base with them every single month. Oh, I said I had 3 tips to give you today, but I have one additional tip, and I promise I am done. The last, and I think the most important tip, is to find time. I want us all to find time once a month to look at and get in touch with our goals and touch base with them either on a monthly basis, or even if you have time to do it on a weekly basis or a bi-weekly basis, because that's the only way that we are going to achieve our goals. And that was one of the biggest issues that I failed to do last year. I would write them down and I would put them back away, tuck them away somewhere, and I would never go back and look at them again. So this year, if we can all promise ourselves to find time, even if it's 30 minutes out of the month or out of the week, to find time to actually look at our goals, touch base with them, review them, make any changes if necessary, to stay on top of them. And I think that will definitely help us all achieve our goals for the upcoming year and beyond. So I hope that these tips were helpful for you today. And if they were, let me know in the comments, and also let me know in the comments below, what are your top 2 goals for 2022? And with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.